Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I got
man.
a question, man.
Go ahead.
What do you think about men, women in general that may have a loved one in the hospital, and then the first thing they say is, "I don't do hospitals," or they can be sick. Somebody can be very sickly in the hospital, and
Hmm.
then you really could boost their energy level of or whatever it is they're going through
Yeah.
by going there, letting them see the face, just being just being supportive in a sense. But then you were like, man, I heard men and women say, I just don't feel right. I ain't comfortable in
Yeah.
hospital. I don't do hospital. Who's comfortable doing hospital?
I know that's. I mean, it's
Exactly.
just
Ain't
like
nobody comfortable doing hospital.
For the victory lap though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I stress overcome, what for? Train under trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no channel for champions and chain no fear. Yup, the champ is here, switch gears. We're keeping haters in the rear. At the blood, sweat, and tears, and my goal so near. I see my victory so clear. I see my victory so clear. And today, we break through. 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 And today, we break through.
my subject tonight was about family secrets, and I saw this thing on. I can't remember what that was I was watching, but I might have been just reading a story. I'm not sure, but when I get up in the morning, a lot of times after I pray or whatever, I sit on the side of the bed and read like news headlines. If something catch my eye, I read, and I spent the next hour or so just reading. I came across this story where this man and woman had been married for 10 years, had 2 kids, and found out they were brother and sister. So,
What?
so with the, I said family secret sometimes. Uh, only maybe 2 people knew that they might have been brother and sister, but they never said anything. Said the daddy had been passed. I don't know how they met. Maybe it's just they never come up in conversation when they were dating. About who your parents was or whatever, but neither one of them knew that they had the same dad.
Hmm.
So and one I don't know if it was a boy or the girl, the man or the woman. Uh, they parent didn't really know who his dad was. So she never said, "Well, that's your dad," because apparently she had been sleeping with a couple of dudes, so she was never sure that was his baby in the first place. So that's why she never told him who his daddy was. He grew up thinking the other guy that she was messing with was his dad. And the other girl, she never really knew him because apparently by the time uh she was born, he I think maybe 2 or 3 years after she was born, he passed away. So she had no idea, you know. And I was like, okay, family secrets. Okay. The thing about it is, I know that it's they got a whole nother set of kids and about 4 or 5 more outside kids. You know what I'm saying? Never knew this. Happened to run into a person that ended up being his brother. He didn't, he didn't know nothing about him. Just so happened, the woman he was married to was white. The brother's wife wanted to go visit her cousin who stayed in the same city. Okay. So they went, they drove over to the man's house or whatever. And he invited all of them inside, come on in. I've been barbecuing, y'all come eat, So they went in with the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law, the sister-in-law. And the whole time he was there, they was just staring at each other. It's like, man, that joker look familiar. And he looked, man, that joker look familiar. And so sooner or later he asked him, hey man, who are your people? I know people from where you from? He's like, Ellaville. He say, I know people in Ellaville, man. I got kid folks in Ellaville. He say, who you kin to in Ellaville? He told him. He said, okay, what's your daddy name? He told him. He said, man, that my daddy too. He was like, what? He just started laughing. Because it really wasn't no secret no more. That secret had been let out already about, the extra kids. You know what I'm saying? So, and he used to be in Ellaville, when he was growing up and stuff, and knew he had some brothers and sisters somewhere, but he just had, he never get a chance to meet them because told him that he couldn't go see his brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? For whatever the reason was, they tried to keep that to themselves. So I wanted to ask y'all about family secret, and I don't want you to reveal too much if embarrass nobody or nothing like that. But have y'all learned any family secrets since y'all done got older that had you known something might have changed? You know what I'm saying? Like if you knew this was your cousin, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Just have y'all ever had any family secrets that got out of you like, whoa,
I don't so much of family secrets as much of dang, how should I say this? Lies that might have been told by different family members because family members wasn't getting along.
Okay.
Say again.
I said no. That's yeah. That falls under the same category because there's a few of them been done too.
Like family. It wasn't really a family secret, but it was like a family lie that was like, I guess, because certain family members wasn't getting along, that they was all right with the lie being told because they didn't like they wasn't getting along with the person the lie was being told on. So it wasn't like they was out to try to tell the truth behind the whole thing. Well, because they really didn't like they really didn't get along with the other person for whatever reason at the time. So when the lie was being told, didn't nobody try to correct it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
That kind of crazy. And where then, you find out, I find out, I just came out and just asked. Found out that it wasn't true, that it was said because one particular family member didn't like the person that another family member had married. So when they got into it, they would try to find ways to try to get under the person's skin.
Wow.
Not really thinking about the consequences that it was gonna cause just for you telling this lie.
Yeah.
But good thing about it, I get one good thing about it is a good thing about stuff like that is, hey, at some point you got to ask questions, because guess what? At some point these people gonna die off, and if the truth hadn't been told, then guess what? The truth done died with them. So guess what? Now you're trying to figure out what being said was true.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, and that's basically what happened in the situation where the lie was told, and before everybody had died off, I went to one of the sources
Mm-hmm.
about the lie, and I was told, basically, I was just told that it was a lie that was told just to get under another family member's skin because of the feud of the person not liking the person at the time, and nobody just said, okay, well, no, that ain't true.
Mm.
So then, to make a long story short, now what would be crazy about that is if I didn't ask the question that I asked and got the answer that I asked, and now everybody that was involved now died off, then now that could have been a lie that was out there that we would really never know the truth about. But because
Right.
because we know the truth about it, it doesn't matter, how should I say that? I don't want to say street. I don't want to say the streets, but
Mm.
people outside of the family may try to get it and run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
it's like when there are family secrets that, even if it's just put out there in a joking way, and even if it's a joke, but it can, if it was true, it can be something real serious. Hey, go to people and ask about it. What the word they can say? No, or get out my face. But at least you know the truth, or try to find out the truth. You know what I mean? So you don't be in a situation like what you just said, Brian, to where, I'm pretty sure somebody before they got 10 years down the road had the idea that, hey, have y'all made sure y'all check this, make sure y'all went sister and brother or something. I know somebody now, it was something somewhere that
somebody knew,
could have picked up on, but just didn't say nothing, but for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe because they might not have liked them and just didn't.
And that's the thing, though. I was wondering, and I because I figured, you get this stuff, you get these stories and stuff, and you basically get the surface of it. If you dig a little deeper, I guarantee you somebody in that family knew about this and didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm sure they had all kinds of questions after they realized that they were keen. And I can't remember exactly what happened that made them start questioning it. Right. Something happened in the family and they start questioning. When they like, your dad and my dad can't be the same person. Lord, I think they eventually end up doing a DNA test and find out they were brother and sister.
Wow.
After 10 years and 2 kids.
And they were married.
Yeah. They've been married for 10 years. Yeah.
But I mean, with the black family, and I'm not saying it don't happen in the white families or white community, but
I'm sure it do.
I wish black families would just be open with one another. I mean, we know that sometimes we are messed up, but just be open with everybody. Be honest with everybody about the family tree, the family lineage, or whatever you want to call it, the family tree, and I'm sure it can be other secrets other than children.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Black community would just be more open and honest, and hey, it is what it is. Be open about it, but I think it may be something in not everybody's family, but a lot of families that things have been left unsaid or undone, from that. It like again, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Those stones shouldn't be left unturned.
Yeah. I was able to get some stuff that when all of this came about, grandmama already knew about it. She never said anything though. You know what I'm saying? It took them two just meeting by happenstance. Lived in the same city, didn't know each other. You know what I'm saying? Just them coming up on each other the way it did. And when she was asked about it, she was like, "Oh yeah, I know." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "What? Why you say that?" She said, "Well, no. What was the point of me saying something?"
Right.
Like, wow.
But
You know,
Right.
in
wow.
my case,
Yeah.
in
And
my
then it's one of the things too.
mm,
Say again, Blue.
Go ahead.
no, I was just
No,
gonna
I was saying,
say,
Jack, go ahead.
Oh,
in my particular case, I have two half sisters and also a half brother, but my dad, I think he waited until we got of age to know, you know, I forgot what age, but I say at least around 9, 10, something like
mhm,
that. He let us meet, you
mhm,
know, and so and I appreciate him for that, and now we call each other time to time, not a whole lot, but time to time. But in other words, we know we're sisters and brothers.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
Now that was the thing with me and my brothers. We didn't know we were brothers until we got. I don't remember exactly how old we were. We might have been like maybe 9 or 10, 8 to 9, something like that. When I found out about Chant and Alfonso. Man, Alfonso lived behind one another. Y'all know how that went. And they they it dropped off. But excuse me. But we didn't know we were brothers. You know what I'm saying? We had no idea we were brothers.
yeah.
And when we find out, and I was like, wow. I mean, really.
But was
The
there a secret in the family, or that your dad just didn't let y'all know? I mean,
well, my daddy wasn't even in the picture at the time, so
okay,
it was actually Chancellor's grandmama that said these boys need to know they brothers. What I was mad about when I got older, what I really got mad about was me and Alfonso been, playing ball with each other, and we know each other. You know what I'm saying? We stay right behind each other.
yeah,
Why didn't they tell us we were brothers? Why my mom and Minnie Pearl didn't tell us we were brothers?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of got me. I was like, man, that's jacked up. Yeah, I guess it just never came up, or they didn't think it was important. I don't know. I would have hated for us to get grown and they told us. I'm glad they told us when they did, because we still got a chance to grow up with each other and, know one another and all that kind of stuff. So,
Right.
But I would have liked to. I'm glad they told us, but, I'm glad they didn't wait till we got grown.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, man. I mean, like I said, you never know a person's reasons for doing things or not doing things and not saying something. You gotta
mhm.
take it both ways, and hey, I don't know, man. But family secrets, I don't know what's the worst thing that could be unsaid that I don't know the worst thing that could be unsaid that I don't know about, in my family. I don't know. I think the worst thing would be I'm not a Norman.
Well, I was just about to say, the worst thing somebody could tell me is, well, shoot, I don't know, that I was adopted, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm 50 years old, man. You gonna tell me now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That would be very frustrating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
very frustrating. Other than that, I mean, I know who my daddy was. We didn't have, I didn't grow up with him, so
mhm.
if you told me that he wasn't really my daddy, then I'd be like, okay, well, who is it? You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't even really be upsetting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess if I had experienced him growing up, then it might be different. We had a bond growing up. That would have been something else, but because we didn't have that close bond, then, if you told me somebody, he really ain't your dad, this person your dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this point, I wouldn't even be really pissed. I'd just be like, okay, y'all really need to stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the reason I want to have this conversation, one of the reasons I want to, talk about this is because what I didn't want is for people to keep holding them secrets. And I know in our community it happens a lot. But, I'm sure it happens in other communities too. But
But you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off. I think now with I think now with how we are, I don't think it's secrets about children anymore. 'Cause the most likely the girl gonna be like, no, she gonna be like, no, you gonna spend time with your child or child support or something. So I don't think now it's probably more. I think back then it probably was more prevalent in the past than it is now.
Jack, I disagree with you on that, bro, because it's still a lot of dudes going around here denying their children, and it's still a lot of
one thing, but not knowing.
Hold on, there's a lot of women that still put babies on dudes, and they don't really. I ain't gonna say they be lying. I'm just saying they don't really be knowing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If you kind of mess with a few other people, you know what I'm saying, then you ain't really got no way of knowing. But a lot of times they won't look at it that way. They'll look at it as if which one you think will be the better father, which one they want the most. You understand? Versus I know more is a possibility he might be the dad, is a possibility he might be the dad. You know what I'm saying? And instead of you having if the dude don't request no DNA test, which they doing that now, but if they don't request no DNA test, they just simply go to whichever. We see it on TV, on TikTok all the time. Especially my daughter like to watch like divorce court, that or before the vows or whatever they call it, where these people come on there, and one of the major things that the guys be wanting is a DNA test, because they want to see for a fact that that's their child, and a lot of times it don't be. You know what I'm saying? So, but just think though, if you don't ask for no DNA test, you might go a child's whole life, 18, 20 years old, and then you find out that ain't your child. You know what I'm saying? So that's a secret. You know what I'm saying? That, and it don't stop. Sometimes people be full grown. I know somebody who was full grown, 45 years old at the time, and find out that the man he thought his daddy was not his dad. You know what I'm saying? And the mama got sick and told him on her deathbed. That's all it, because I'm thinking, so what if she had died suddenly and didn't have a chance to talk to him? He would have went on his entire life thinking that was his dad. You know what I'm saying? And the real daddy didn't know neither, because she said this dude was daddy. He never asked no question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it still happens. I imagine it happened more than we think.
Yeah.
And that not just in our community, but every community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I blame, back in the day, I blame the Temptations, the OJs, and all them cats making all them love songs. So, Marvin Gaye.
Hey, man. Hey, it is what it is. You can't get mad with them, man, for making that sweet love music. Well, man, it's just a whole lot of things that go on, man, that what I wish for everybody is to be open and honest and talk about stuff, man. Just sit down as a family and have a conversation. People might feel it might get hurt, but everything needs to be said and put on the table so you know what you're working with.
Yeah.
I just believe that, my kids, our family, my wife and kids, man, we tell everything. We don't leave nothing to, you're not gonna be in this world and be oblivious to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get with my father's side of the family and go through the family tree myself, because I still got some aunties and stuff I don't know. I got some uncles that I don't know.
Yeah.
Grandparents, great aunties and all this kind of stuff. I got so many cousins You know, I know I'm kin to them, but some of them I don't even know how I'm kin to them. You know, so I know they cousins. Some of them, a couple of them are first cousin. I still don't. I have no idea how I'm kin to them, but I know they first cousin. You know, so I hate that when you know that's your cousin. Who? How I supposed to know that's my cousin? You know what I'm saying? So no,
I
that's your.
think the secret I want to hear. I want to hear the secret that somebody that left me $10 million. I want that secret.
Hey,
to be-
that would be a great
real.
family. That would be a great family secret to find out about. I know, right?
Yeah, man. I want that secret to be unveiled, man.
I know you and me both,
But
man.
it's all
But
good.
yeah, man. It looked like Illa was having some technical difficulties. But Jack, man, I enjoyed talking to you, brother. And,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Quick and easy. Quick
Yeah.
and- yeah.
Stick around for a minute.
All right.
Let me do this.
Later on, YouTube Nation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank y'all for joining us.